So guys, the moment we've all been waiting for, the new JCS. You might be looking at this and saying to yourself, yo, Los, there's no new video. That's because they deleted it. We don't know the reasons yet, but there was a channel that re-uploaded. There was another channel, so it's up there, so we're going to watch it. But shout out to JCS. Okay, this is the GOAT criminal channel. All right, here we go. New, I can't believe I'm saying this, new JCS criminal psychology video. It is called Newlyweds Tell on Each Other. Let's lock in.
Behold, the sacred union that unites two souls into a lifelong journey. On the 2nd of December of 2017, Amelia and Joshua got married. They danced through the night to their favorite love songs, which consisted primarily of Ed Sheeran, then continued the celebration in their luxury hotel room that was overlooking the river. They moved to Florida, bought a house, and absolutely loved it. Except the only issue was that it didn't have a nice enough kitchen, so they decided to commit first-degree fraud. You see, both Amelia and Joshua worked at the bank. Josh was a loan recovery officer.
Dude, first of all, this AI voice, this doesn't even sound bad. Why are people about this, dude? I'm so confused right now. Anyway, and I like that. I liked all the animations too. People are like, "Oh, dude, it's fake AI animations."
Do you know what's so funny?
Is it AI animation?
You know what's so funny about this?
Yeah.
And like, it's almost like hard to believe. Well, it's hard for you to believe because you don't have these situations in your life. But there are people that are like, oh, like I need money I want to, update my house, or I want to buy a car, or whatever I want to do. And they like come up with these cockamamie schemes to like defraud the bank and like a fraud and all this other stuff. And then like they literally get themselves in a position where they go to jail. So what I'm saying right now, out of the gate, what I'm hearing is it's like, oh, we have to redo our kitchen. They work at a bank. What are they going to do? Like, do some fugazi type of fucking loan or something? Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but go ahead.
See, both Amelia and Joshua worked at the bank. Josh was a loan recovery officer, the person from the bank that calls you up to politely threaten you about your overdue payments. Amelia was a bank teller, meaning she took care of regular transactions, such as depositing checks or withdrawing money for her customers. And one of these customers was an elderly man called Gerald Stack. Gerald had informed Amelia that he had sustained a traumatic brain injury and therefore was easily confused and forgetful. So Amelia initially began helping him out, even with things outside of her job, such as bringing him groceries or managing errands. But then her husband found out and came up with the idea to steal $50,000 from her client's bank account, hoping he wouldn't notice, asserting that the money would go towards buying a new kitchen. Amelia then proceeded with the plan by writing herself 2 checks from Gerald's account for $25,000 each. And then, as expected, Gerald didn't notice. So they began enjoying life being 50 grand richer, assuming their plan had actually come to fruition. But exactly 15 weeks later, Amelia's phone rang. On the other end was Gerald's 52-year-old daughter, Cynthia, asking for a transaction history on her father's bank account and why there was $50,000 missing. Amelia's response was that she couldn't give out too much information because Cynthia wasn't the account holder, but she assured her she would look into it thoroughly and get back to her. Cynthia would then leave multiple missed calls on Amelia's phone over the next 3 days, but on day 4, the calls stopped coming in. On July 18, 2018, Cynthia and her 23-year-old son, Sean, were found shot to death in their apartment. Forensics...
Bro?
Wait,
Bro? The daughter was questioning her about the loan. They went over and killed her and a kid.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my... Bro!
There's no way.
Bro, murder? You do murder?
Nah, there's no way.
Bro,
I don't believe this.
Bro, theft wasn't bad enough? Now you doing murder? Holy fuck, man. Oh my God, go.
Went through Cynthia's call history and very quickly uncovered the situation with Amelia and the stolen money. They already had enough evidence to charge her with fraud and send her to jail, but they were far more interested in Josh, their prime suspect in the murders. They had an eyewitness account from a neighbor that placed someone matching his description at the scene, and they also discovered that he had recently purchased a gun from a pawn shop. But this wasn't enough to charge him with murder, which is why they needed a confession, and the primary objective was to obtain it from Amelia. Their interrogations began 9 days after the murders on July
Oh my God, I love
26th.
shit like
Josh
this.
was arrested at work, while Amelia was arrested at their home. She was brought in first at 11:30 a.m.
He's off now?
What's the detective?
Bro, for a kitchen? I know you
You
can't.
did all this for a kitchen,
I know you
bro.
can't relate to this, but what I'm saying is,
The fuck?
no. Why do you take that as a it's not. It's a compliment.
Oh, I'm not offended.
It's a compliment. But what I'm saying is, we got to get our kitchen done. Follow me on this. I'm gonna rob some old guy. When a family member questions me, I go over and I kill them. I literally just summed it up. This is.
I don't believe it. That's why I want to see this. I
No.
don't believe this.
What are you talking about? It's done, man. Oh, dude, they got the cuffs on her?
Can I stand up at least? Because I'm comfortable.
Oh, it's not even regular cuffs. It's that fucking.
Hang on. Be right back.
Okay. Why am I here?
Why am I here? You robbed a guy and your husband killed a family. You stupid bitch. The fuck you talking about? The fuck you talking about?
All right, the partner's coming right. We'll be right with you, okay?
Why am I here? Get the fuck out of here. Why am I? Why do you think you're here, honey?
Also, I love these people. They're always guilty. Like, no one just talks to themselves out loud. Like, you think that that's going to look good on camera? Why am I here? Come on, man. That's the fakest acting I've ever seen.
With the fucking, with her and that husband. Oh, here we go.
Hey, they got those off you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here's a water. Like, let's be nice.
But I love how they come in nice. It's
Oh,
so...
hi.
Oh,
Hi.
my
This is my
God.
partner. Hi. Here's
Meanwhile,
some
they
water.
have a whole plan, bro.
Meanwhile, they're gonna fucking.
Oh my
Meanwhile, they're
God.
gonna rip you to shreds. Oh, here, have a bottle of water.
And they
It's-
fall for it every time.
oh, I don't know why I'm here. Why am I
They got those
here?
off you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you comfortable? Do you need anything?
All right, Amelia. Obviously you want to know what's going on, and we want to talk to you about some stuff.
Okay.
So let me start at the beginning. I'm gonna record everything this way we don't miss anything. All right? All right.
Am I like getting arrested or something for something? Or
We're gonna explain it to
Yeah,
you.
we'll explain it all to you. Okay.
Yeah, she's already. Yeah, you're arrested, hon.
Lady, you're getting arrested.
No. You were arrested. That's why you have cuffs and you're in a fucking precinct. Yeah. Am I getting
They collect
arrested?
Amelia's
You're
basic
arrested, honey.
information, her home address and phone number.
All right, Amelia. We gotta go over these with you, okay? Because you were brought here the way you were brought here. All right. I want to talk to you. There's always two sides to every story. You understand what I'm saying? And obviously we have one side of a story right now, and that's why you're sitting here. So we want to get the other side of the story, okay? But for us to talk to you, I want to make sure I go over your rights with you and
These
you
are really
understand
good,
those
I gotta be
rights,
honest
okay?
with you. You're right.
And if you have any questions about
But everything he's saying is bullshit right now.
I gotta be very.
'Cause if she goes lawyer now, he can't talk anymore.
Why doesn't see? Here's the thing, though. I want to just say this. I want to say this. If anyone out there, the tens of thousands that are watching right now, if anyone is ever in a situation, you realize you never speak to the police without an attorney. But here's what people think. Well, why do I need an attorney? I'm not guilty. No.
No. Guilty, not guilty, you need an
You
attorney.
never speak with
You don't
anyone
say
unless
a
you have an
word. You don't
attorney.
talk.
You go like this. You go, lawyer.
That's it, lawyer, that's it. That's it, lawyer.
any of these. You make sure you ask me, okay? All right. All right. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand? Is that yes?
yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Any questions about that? No?
I'm
Okay.
just okay. I just normally when this starts is like someone getting in trouble or arrested or something.
Well, we just, like I said, we want to be able to talk to you, all right? And this is the right way to do that. And I'm sure there could be a very reasonable explanation as to why you're here,
Yeah.
all right? But we have to talk to you about that, okay?
Okay.
It's like I said, we only have one side of a story. When we have one side, we have to go on that until we have the other side of the story, okay?
Yeah.
But just because these are your rights, I want to make sure you understand them, okay? It's just for us to be able to talk to each other.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Anything you say may be used against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Listen to this.
All right. So how long have you lived at that house over there?
We moved in June, either June or July. We just purchased that home.
Okay.
He asks Amelia what she does for work. She clarifies that she works at Chase as a bank teller.
Okay, so you work for Chase. Okay. How long you work for Chase for?
December will be 3 years, I believe, or 4 years. I'm not too sure. 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
Any issues while you're working at Chase?
No, I got a write-up recently.
You did?
Yeah.
What happened?
A write-up. I robbed a family.
In May.
Mm-hmm.
I issued 2 checks for a customer, and I got a write-up for that because they weren't in the branch.
Okay.
But other than that, I've been.
Okay. All right. I robbed an elderly man of $50,000, but besides that, yeah.
So, Amelia, I can tell you the reason why we're here today is because of that issue at the bank.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Does that surprise you?
For this type of situation, yeah.
Okay.
Like this intense. I mean, I got in trouble at work, which makes sense, but I'm just confused a little bit.
Well, let's walk through it a little bit, okay? Let's walk through that and see how maybe we came
And
here
you
today.
see how he's not bringing up any murder or anything.
No, we're gonna get there.
He's just bringing that up. So she's like, oh shit, okay.
We're gonna get there.
It's not about the murder.
Why are these
All right,
videos
find
so?
out.
Why this?
Yeah, this
Why? I'm gonna ask you a question. Give me an honest answer.
All right.
Why do people like this? Why? Tell me. What do you think
This
the
is
answer
the most raw, real emotions you could see. Someone getting interrogated is like, there's no hiding. You're just, you know what I mean?
You think after
It's interesting to
you
watch
think
someone.
after all this though, people would be like, "Yeah, I need a lawyer." They still sit there though. They still sit there because in their minds they're like, "Oh, wait a minute. If I ask for a lawyer, I'm guilty." That's a fucking problem, man.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Good.
Yeah. And also, think about it. This shit, I don't even remember this existing where you're able to just watch full interrogations.
Nah.
This is a recent thing within the last 5
maybe.
years.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
There's just a misunderstanding or what? Okay. So, what was the name of the customer?
Gerald.
Okay.
Mr. Gerald.
So what happened with this write-up? So, I mean, had you been a banker for him for a while? I mean...
Yeah, so I've been his banker since I moved here.
Did you... Okay.
Since we moved here.
So what happened with these checks?
Nothing. He called him. I have the record over global security.
Mm-hmm.
So when they came in, they pulled like call logs, they pulled like cameras, just to make sure like they pulled signature files.
Amelia tries to use imprecise workplace terminology to confuse the detectives. She basically suggests that a security check has already been carried out by her bank, finding no misconduct or malpractice, which is incorrect. She could no longer deal with Gerald's account, and an internal investigation was still ongoing at the time of her arrest.
And that was it. I mean, that happened since March. That was.
When you talk to Gerald, I mean, how did he appear to you? Is he a young guy, old guy?
He's old.
Oh, how did he appear to you when you talked to him?
He's okay.
He was okay?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any issues when you talked to him about remembering things or anything like that?
No, he told me he had brain. Like I know like a little about himself. Like he had brain surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, he remembers things. I don't think he forgets really. He just.
No one said anything about remembering or forgetting.
Yeah. We asked you a question, honey.
You're ratting on yourself here. Who said remembering or forgetting?
So he had you draw these 2 checks?
Yeah.
Okay. How much were they worth?
25,000 each.
What did he have you do? Like, what did he ask for?
Nothing. It's just we put 2 checks and $25,000 each,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it.
She doesn't clarify where the money was sent, and seems to think that being ambiguous enough will prompt the detectives to move past it, which is obviously ridiculous. They will now initiate the first confrontation.
You've never been arrested before, is that correct?
No, sir.
You have a 7-year-old son, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me explain something to you, Amelia.
Okay.
All right?
Here we go.
We talked to Gerald. All right? Gerald can't barely tell you what day it is, okay? So, and anybody who talks to him should know that. So if he asked you to do that, there's 2 things. There's 2 problems we have here, isn't there? Let's start talking. Let's agree with each other. There's 2 problems, don't you think?
Okay.
Over the next 8 minutes, Amelia confesses to the theft, but the Orange County Police have redacted the footage, albeit leaving 2 tiny segments.
You see now?
But it's not like I don't want to make it. Okay.
No.
holy shit, she admitted to it.
I don't want to say I took advantage of him because he's a really nice guy.
The footage resumes shortly after the confession. What you need to know is the detective.
You know what I would say?
Why was it redacted though?
You know what I would
Why?
say? You know what I would say?
Why?
You know what I would say?
Yeah. If you were who?
If I'm her, and let me just say this to you, and I've shared this with you over the years. I have a very unique ability. I don't know how to articulate it, but I have this ability, and I'll get phone calls once in a while, and someone will ask me a question. How would you handle this situation? How would you handle that situation? It happens, and I give my perspective, my point of view, whatever. Just from hearing her right now, and understanding about Gerald,
yeah,
I would say, listen. I talked to Gerald, and I said, listen, I'm having financial problems. Could you find it in your heart to give me some money?
Yeah.
And Gerald said, yeah, I'll give you $50,000. How do you prove that Gerald didn't tell her that?
That's smart.
But my point is, this is how my brain operates, and
well, she's obviously not smart.
I'm just saying I've helped some really fucked up people out of some really fucked up situations.
Or what I was thinking was, you go, listen, Gerald had a crush on me or something. Gerald
he told me, he goes, you know what he told me?
Yeah.
I'll throw this out there too. He said he wanted my panties.
So what am I gonna do,
bro?
What am I gonna turn it down,
bro? You start.
Maybe it's wrong, but he would always harass me. He'd come in and be like, "Oh, I like your ass."
He goes,
so I did accept it.
He goes, I want to sniff your panties.
Well, all right. Well,
dude, not for nothing. Between me and you, what are you doing?
No, yeah. Go ahead.
No, what are you?
It's a specific ass thing there.
Why you
sniff your panties?
Why
you? You always got to take it to that level where it's like, Jesus Christ.
Wait, so excuse me. Why you judge me? I'm doing part. I'm doing part of the scenario.
No, I get it. You're doing it, yeah.
I love how you find a way to judge me personally. When I'm trying to come up with scenarios, some way, shape, or forms, you always come up with, and I have documentation, I have video about this, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. At some point, you always go, this is your line to me. That's oddly specific. I don't need this shit.
You kind of got lost in that role play a little bit. You kind of got lost in it.
I think I kept emphasizing sniffing panties a little too much. I apologize. That was a bit much. All right, you're right.
But either one, what you said or what I'm saying, either one is a better scenario than just being like, yeah, I stole from him. Just make up something. He can't even know what's going on.
You know what? This is the thing. This is where she fucked up.
Dude, no one need to get murdered. No one. He wanted to give me money.
I'm gonna tell you right now. The daughter calls up and go, I don't remember what the daughter's name was. Cheryl.
Yeah.
Sheila.
Right away, you tell her.
Cheryl. Your father's madly in love with me. Okay. He wanted to pay me for my used panties. Sorry, I'm sorry. I have to come back to that.
All right, let's play.
Detective has just asked Amelia about her last correspondence with Cynthia, which is only for the purpose of shifting the focus of the interrogation onto her husband.
Last time, she was supposed to call me back last week, Friday, I believe. Mm-hmm. And I haven't heard from her since, so.
This is so fun.
Okay. Does anybody else talk to Cindy that you know?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Just me.
Okay. And Josh,
mm-hmm.
Did he ever talk to them?
No, he never spoke to them. He doesn't even know who they are.
Okay. Would he have been at their house?
Him?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. He doesn't even know where they live. I don't even know where they live.
Okay. Yes, you do, because you have all their banking information.
You have his fucking info.
Why would you say, I don't even know where they live, honey?
You sound so guilty.
Oh my God. I don't even know where to live. What are you talking about? You have all their documentation.
It's possible Josh went over there and you didn't know.
I mean,
He
how would he know where
went
they
over
were?
and killed a child and a mother.
That's not the question I was asking. Is it possible that he went over there?
Not that I know, no.
So you can't say for sure he did or didn't.
I can say no.
How
To
can
my
you say
knowledge.
no?
Because he doesn't know he doesn't know them.
Do you think it's unusual that Cindy hasn't called you since then? Do you think she just stopped?
Well, she had told me that she was gonna reach back out to me Friday.
Mm-hmm. So today's Thursday. It's been almost a week.
She's
She
dead.
hasn't reached out to you at all.
Mhm.
Have
She's
you reached out
fucking
to her?
dead.
Mm-mm.
How come?
I was gonna call her, but she had told me that she was gonna call me, but I told her that I was going on vacation.
The investigator will now bring the discussion to Josh's whereabouts last Wednesday.
Somebody just said, Los, I love you and Wad. I don't even know who that person is.
I love you too.
I appreciate you and I love you for saying that. I think that's kind of my problem too, though. When somebody compliments, I'm like Trump. When somebody compliments me, I like them. I think that's a problem. What do you think? You think that's a problem?
How's that like Trump? I feel like most people are like that.
But I think him in particular though. If you notice, when people particularly like him, he's like, yeah, I like you. This is me, and I'm just saying. All right, you say I love you, I love you. That's it. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
The day Sean and Cynthia were murdered.
Did you was there any night? I mean, does he normally go out with friends or anything like that?
Mm-hmm. We go out all the time, actually.
You guys go out. Did he go out without you at one point in time?
Mm-hmm. He went to Daytona.
What night?
To Daytona either Wednesday or Thursday.
The victims were murdered on the Wednesday in Orlando. Daytona is an hour's drive away.
Wednesday or Thursday.
He went to Daytona? What do you go to Daytona for?
I don't know.
She asserts they got in a fight and he just left and turned his phone off the entire night.
And when was the last time before that you had a fight where you went to Daytona?
Maybe a couple weeks before that.
What's in Daytona that
And then
he
he
goes to?
He went this week too again.
Where is he going in Daytona?
I have no clue.
She asserts that Josh left midday and returned at roughly 9 a.m. the next morning, claiming to have been out with his friends. The second detective will now contribute and engage the suspect from a completely different angle.
You know, before we met today, we obviously researched some things, and your relationship with Matthew was abusive. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Matthew is Amelia's ex-boyfriend.
How's your relationship with Joshua?
I mean, we fight a lot.
When was the last time?
Like nothing crazy. Like 2 weeks ago.
What happened 2 weeks ago?
He went through. I went out with a few friends, and I guess someone texted me, and he like flipped out.
Has his behavior changed recently?
Mm-mm.
No. Has he ever threatened to kill you?
Mm-mm.
You ever seen any violent tendencies other than?
He gets really angry.
Okay.
He like yells.
What happens when he gets really angry?
I mean, he yells really loud. He like punches stuff like the wall. So yeah.
Are we safe to assume that Julian's the most important person in your life?
Absolutely, 100%.
Who?
The kid.
All right. Are you scared of Josh?
No.
If he did something wrong that put your son,
they have a kid?
your son's future and your future in jeopardy, would you tell us about it?
Of course.
Okay. But that's all I got.
I got a few more things. Like Detective Murray said, I think you're kind of at this crossroads right now, okay? You've got Josh, who you probably love, and he's your husband, okay? But you also have Julian. And you got to picture that little boy. You got to picture not being able to watch him grow up. Think about that for a second. Think about being put somewhere very far away from him, and the only way you're going to have contact with him is through letters. You're going to get pictures in jail, in prison, of your little boy growing up. He's going to grow up with his grandparents, maybe? Who knows? Maybe Matthew's grandparents, maybe Matthew's parents, maybe somebody else will try and take him away from them. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. No, we're not saying we're going to take your kids away from you, okay? You got to start thinking long and hard who you have loyalty to. If Josh screwed up, he screwed up. That's not on you. But anything you know about that, we need to know about. He messed this up. He did this. He did this.
Lawyer.
And I don't want to go in there and have him tell me that you told him to go do it. Do you understand this? This whole thing. I'm talking about everything.
As you may have noticed, the detectives haven't mentioned the murders yet. They've been keeping it as open as possible in the hope she
insane,
will
bro.
volunteer the element
Murder?
herself.
This is
We can't do
bad.
this anymore. Now's the time. Tell us what he did. So you can look at your son and say, I did the right thing in the end. What did he do?
Wow. This is madness.
We need to know.
Dude, these detectives are like cooking right now, bro.
I don't want to go to jail. I don't
Tell us,
want to.
listen, you have to trust us. Okay?
I don't want to get in trouble for
We know
any
you
of
didn't do
this.
this.
I know you can't relate to this, but all over a kitchen, I know you can't relate to this in any way, shape, or form. But people get desperate. I know you can't in any way, shape, or form even fathom this. But people get very desperate over money and trying to redo a kitchen, possibly a patio, maybe, something along those lines. This is all over a kitchen. I want you to just, for 1 second, think about this. This is over a kitchen.
We know
I don't
you
want to get in trouble for any of this.
A
Nothing
kitchen.
to do with
What
me.
A
did you
fucking kitchen.
I don't know the severity of what he did.
And there we have it. What appeared to be the brink of a very compelling confession wasn't. Amelia remains obtuse while subtly trying to bargain for some type of clemency, and this repeats itself for the next 3.5 minutes until the lead detective decides that he's had enough. He will now reveal the extent of the investigation's evidence and get to the real reason why she's sitting in this interrogation room.
God, this is fucking crazy.
They're both dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They're dead. So now we really need to talk. Okay?
How did they die?
They were murdered.
Where?
Listen,
Where?
if there's anything that you know about this, okay?
Uh-huh.
Now is the time, okay? Because let's listen to me. Listen to me. You're all over their stuff talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
You took money from their father. This was not an amicable, let's talk about this.
No, of course, yeah. I don't, whoa.
This is how you get in trouble for murder.
Me?
Okay? Yeah, let me explain it to you, okay? Let me explain it to you. This is how you get in trouble for
How do we know Gerald, who lost his mind, didn't go over there and just murder them?
Bro, if I'm her, I'm fucking ratting everybody out. I go, it was Gerald. I don't know. I'm ratting him out, and I'm taking my kid, and I'm going to fucking hightail it.
Okay, if we find out in any stretch of the imagination, in any way, shape, or form, that you're providing some type of alibi
What is that?
to Josh, that you're telling us he was somewhere where he wasn't, that you're lying to us about where he was, what you know, what you don't know, about the gun, about any of it. If we find that out, guess what you become?
I don't know.
You become a principal. Principal to homicide in the first degree.
I don't want to go to jail. I didn't do anything. So, if whatever you guys need to know, I can tell you as
Yes,
much
we
as I
need to
know.
know. We need to know what Josh did. We need to know. And anything that you know about it, you need to tell us. Okay? You need to. This is the time right now. All right? You got to understand that. Okay? What did he tell you?
My biggest thing right now is I need to know that I'm going home.
This is one of the few things police can't actually lie about. They can't make promises with respect to sentencing in exchange for compliance, as this would render an interrogation inadmissible. They can divert and deflect from the element to avoid shutting it down altogether, but they absolutely must not substantiate it as a guarantee.
I need to know that I'm going to see my son. I need to know that I have no part of this whatsoever.
If you didn't know he was going to go over there and do that, then that's
I
fine.
have no...
Listen, you don't want me to go in there and him tell me, guess what? I went over there. She gave me the address. She told me to go over there and take care of the problem. Do you understand that? What if he says that?
I didn't do anything. I didn't even know
Right,
these people were
so
oh
listen.
my God.
Listen, I was just going where she told me to go. All right? She told me this is all her idea. And again, this is where I'm saying, you got to wonder, if he's put his hands on you and if he's done things to you in the past, do you think he's got any loyalty to you whatsoever? Or do you think I have a problem putting you squarely in the middle of this?
I do not want to go to jail. I don't. Like, if I get fired, okay, let me get fired at work, but I don't want to go to jail.
We need to be able to go to them and say she's completely 100% honest and truthful with us. We didn't have to give her a polygraph. We didn't have to do any of that stuff because she told us everything, okay?
And then if I do tell you everything, how am I promised I'm not going to go to jail?
Again, we can't make you promises, but what we can say is...
The investigator is clutching at straws trying to navigate this element, literally. He will now provide a very generic compromise which Amelia will immediately see through, and in exactly 2 seconds, she will shake her head, as if to say,
no deal.
What we can absolutely say is she was 100% truthful with us. She was remorseful. She didn't leave anything out. She told us. Now, Detective Marashi and I are not going to sit here right now and say you're being 100% completely honest with us. There's stuff that's eating at you. It's bothering you, right? It's eating at you. There's things that you know that you want to get out, but you're just scared.
Yes, I'm scared.
Okay, well, you know what? That's something we're going to have to work through, okay? But we can work through that stuff.
Amelia takes the advice and tries to work on her issues.
I want to know that I'm not going to go to jail. Like, that's what I want to know. I didn't do anything. I didn't conspire anything. My intention is not to hurt anybody.
I've heard them in these scenarios go, listen, if you tell me everything that happened, then I can help you. I can try my best to help you out.
Yeah.
If you're as honest as you can be with me, then I'll do everything I can to help you. You could say that. That doesn't mean you're not going to jail. You know?
Yeah.
But, like, she's fucked herself because now she's like, even by her just saying this, she's admitting she knows shit and she's not telling the cops.
But the other thing, too, is for her to say, oh, I'll get fired. No, honey. First of all, you stole $50,000. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're not getting out of that. So either way, she's going away. Now the husband goes over there and kills the daughter and this child. Oh my God, bro, this is diabolical.
For just a second, because
this is fucking
we can't promise
sinister.
you what's going to happen to you, but I could tell you well, the one thing I can guarantee you is if you withhold this information or if you lie about it, you're not just going to go to jail. You're going to go to prison for a very, very long time.
I don't want to go to either or. I don't want to do either
Tell
or.
this man everything you know. Tell the truth, and it starts from there, Amelia.
Okay. When she had called me about the whole situation.
She repeats how her conversation went with Cynthia.
And then she told me on Friday that she was going to go into the branch.
Mm-hmm.
I told her if she wants to come, she can come and see me on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't heard from her since.
She's still given the detectives absolutely nothing they can use, so they reinstate the pressure.
You don't want to be wrapped up in this. You didn't do this, okay? He's bringing this on you. You understand what I'm saying? He's bringing this on you. So I don't think there's a loyalty to him. I don't think you're worried about telling us what he did. I don't think it's that. Am I right in that? I mean, you're not worried about telling us what he did.
I don't care about him.
Right.
At this point,
okay. That's kind of where I'm at too.
At
I
this
think
point, I care about
you're in a
myself.
self-preservation mode. Okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm not.
So I understand something.
I don't want to go to jail.
You're gonna have a journey ahead of you. Okay.
Of course.
And again, it starts here. It starts
Dude,
now.
this is your wife. This is your ride or die. In the jail, telling a cop I don't give a fuck about him.
Why are you assuming that?
What?
Why are you assuming that?
Assuming what?
You know how many true ride or dies there are? Very small percentage.
Well, my point was just that.
Don't just assume
you picked a bad.
I'm saying, but don't just assume. Oh, I married someone. Now this person's ride or die.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
It's a very small percentage, bro. They'll fucking throw your fucking ass under the bus in about 2 seconds. So.
And it starts with how you want to see this journey through. Okay. You did some wrong stuff. You made mistakes. Nobody's going to crucify you for that. Okay. You're a young woman. You're a smart woman. I think you're in a volatile relationship with somebody who treats you very badly. I think you're in a relationship where he manipulates you, it sounds like. It sounds like he puts his hands on you. You're in a bad spot. You have your child.
Amelia starts giving away more information, starting from the morning after the victims were killed.
When he got home the next day, he came home like around 9 o'clock. My mom was with me on the side of my house, and we're trying to figure out like where was he, what was he doing. He was nervous when he got home.
Okay.
He was really nervous.
And that's the extent of what she says. She acts like she's beginning to cooperate, then just doesn't. And it's become a pattern at this point.
Are you telling us the truth that when you walked in this room, you had no idea those two people were dead?
No, I had no clue.
Okay.
I just want to know. I want to go home. That's all I want to do is I want to go home.
And so then Wednesday, after he dropped Julian off, did he go to work on Wednesday?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Right.
Did you work that day?
I did. I worked all week. I didn't call out until today. This is my first day I called out
Okay.
for this month.
Well, Josh is here. Okay, and you're at least gonna have to stay here till we're done talking with him.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want anything to eat? We got a snack bar down there.
I'm not hungry. My
Okay.
stomach is just.
If you do, just knock on the door. Okay.
Can I use the restroom?
Bathroom?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you somebody to use that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, am I done or?
Well, we have some more talking to do. 48 hours, 28 hours, that concludes this interview.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Will I be able to go home later today or no?
We're gonna have to see. We're interested in seeing what Josh says.
Do I just sit in here?
Yeah, yeah. Like, so we'll get somebody to take you to the bathroom, and like after that, in the meantime, just knock on the door.
This is obviously not the last you'll see of Amelia, and you're now about to see the opening phase of her husband's interrogation, who unbeknownst to her had been waiting in the room directly adjacent for just over 2 hours. The detectives will enter his room 18 minutes after they left Amelia's.
This guy's a murderer.
Oh, thanks. Hey, how you doing?
Water.
Yeah.
Water.
Cold.
It is cold. Well, that water's a little warm, so that might warm you up a little
Oh,
bit.
jeez. Yeah, it's cold.
All right, Josh. Well, we can explain to you what's going on. Obviously, I'm sure you want to know. Got a couple things we need to go over first before we do that. So you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. Let me ask you this question. I'm going to throw this out to you. Why do you think you're sitting here right now?
I honestly have no idea.
No idea.
No idea.
Okay. Have you? Well, let me just get you straight. What was the last bank account that you opened?
This is an indirect confrontation about the theft. The context is that he recently opened an account for Amelia's son Julian at Bank of America, which is where they hid the 50 grand.
Bank of America.
Okay. In whose name?
In my name and Julian's name.
Okay. Tell me about that.
He explains the process of opening an account for a minor at Bank of America. He mentions nothing of the stolen money and continues to act oblivious. The investigator doesn't confront him. He instead sharply switches the discourse to a more threatening element. You'll notice this interrogation moves at a much faster pace than the one you just saw.
Do you want a firearm?
I did. I actually bought one.
It was stolen.
It
was stolen. It was stolen. Here he goes.
The detectives already knew this, so he does the smart thing and volunteers the information, but also feels the need to immediately clarify how there is no possible way for that gun to have been involved in any shady activity since its purchase. So Josh's explanation is that he drove halfway up a bridge while he was in Daytona and threw it off.
And you threw it off the overpass?
Yeah.
Was it all in one piece?
Yeah. All in one piece.
Why?
What caliber is that gun?
I think it was a 9mm.
Why? Why
How
did
much
you throw it off?
ammunition did you put in it?
I didn't have any ammunition inside of it.
You didn't have any ammunition inside of it?
No.
Did you buy ammunition for it when you bought it?
No.
Okay. Well, I just get a little confused. So, explain to me your reasoning again as to why you threw this gun off this pier.
I had a really, I guess
overpass.
a relapse of what happened to me.
What Josh meant to say here is that he had a flashback, and what he's talking about is the fact that he accidentally shot himself in the leg with his own gun while getting out of the car to go bowling. And now everyone calls him Cheddar Bob, the fictional character in the 8 Mile movie who also accidentally shot himself in the leg with his own gun.
And I was like, some shit happens again by accident.
I guess that's where I get a little concerned. Well, my thing is, you guys are kind of hurting for money, sounds like. I mean, you're working now, but
Yeah, I'm working now, so things
So you
are...
spent $250 in cash on this gun
Yeah.
at the pawn shop.
Mm-hmm.
Pawn shops are pretty good. I mean, usually you can go back and pawn it
Yeah,
back,
but
right?
I was like, at that very moment, I was like, anything could fucking happen, and I'm like,
But it's not loaded.
it wasn't, yeah,
So right down there, you got basically a paperweight.
yeah,
So it's not dangerous to you at that point in time.
mm-hmm. But for me, mentality-wise, I wasn't thinking like that. I just threw it.
Wow.
Josh, listen,
Mm-hmm.
we're here for something very, very serious, okay?
Okay.
Let's walk through this a little bit, okay?
Mhm.
What are we missing?
Nothing that I know of. I mean, told you guys where I was, what I was doing. I mean, you could check our phone records too. We've been fighting for a long
Can you?
time.
Well,
The reason he gave for being in Daytona was because he was fighting with Amelia, which is what he just referred to. But of much greater interest and perceptibly out of nowhere, the detective will now initiate the confrontation.
explain this to me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
How is it that you wound up at Cynthia's house, Cynthia's apartment over on Jefferson? Because I have eyewitnesses that put you there.
Oh,
I was never at her place.
Okay. All right.
Notice how he didn't inquire into who Cynthia is or why she was even brought up in the discussion. He just immediately denies the very sudden and seemingly...
You just acknowledge you know who Cynthia is. Without even, you know what I mean?
wow. That's well played by the detective, though. Well played.
Again, none of this would be happening if you just said lawyer. Lawyer.
But wait, let's go back.
Lawyer.
It's all because of the kitchen.
random allegation. But more to the purpose, you'll have noticed how the detective hasn't outright accused him of murder, only placed him at the scene. This is because he's about to provide Josh with an escape route, a morally acceptable explanation as to why he would be there. He's basically trying to get one foot in the door and attain the first level of admission.
Listen to me. You were there. Well, I need to know why you were there. You understand what I'm saying? If there's some innocent reason, I need to know. But I need to know why. So why did you go there? Did you go there to tell them that you were going to pay him back?
This is the face of someone falling for the oldest trick in the book. On the very first attempt,
oh, yeah,
you're
yeah,
about to
pay
see
him
him
back.
seize what he believes to be the unique opportunity to save himself, at the expense of his wife.
No, okay. Can we clear this whole thing out?
What's up?
Okay. So, Amelia was freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, I did chuck my gun over the ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
Okay.
The next 2 minutes of footage has also been cut out. What you need to know is that Josh has now conceded to knowing about the fraud, and that he did in fact go over to Cynthia's house on the day in question, but only to let her know they would be paying her back, which you might recall was the exact reason afforded to him by the detective. The rest of what he spoke on will now be relayed back to him.
If I'm understanding you right, you're saying Amelia is the one that talked to somebody to take care of that?
Yeah, and I don't
Why?
know. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, how do you know that?
Well, there was a kid that came to our house.
What's his name?
Jay something. I don't know his phone. I've seen him once at my house.
So Amelia's so scared about this and worried about this, and you explain to me. So who kept on calling her and wouldn't leave her alone?
I think it was the same Cynthia lady. I didn't ask any questions. She said, "Oh, somebody keeps calling me." She said one of Gerald's families. I said, "Okay, that's fine." Then some kid came up to her house like 11 o'clock at night.
She gave him $10,000 to what?
I have no idea. And from my
What do
understanding,
you think she gave him $10,000 for?
to kill him or something. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Now he's blaming a random. He just made up a random assassin, hitman for 10,000. He just threw his what?
And he already admitted that he was there the night of the murder. Dude, this guy's stupid as fuck. Holy shit, this guy's dumb.
Why does no
have
one
no
ever ask for an attorney though?
Idea.
When did you
They do. We don't see the videos because there no videos exist.
find out about
That's an
that?
excellent point.
Before?
Those are like the dumbest. Was there a show like Dumbest Criminals or
Oh,
something?
those are so funny.
Yeah, these are just the dumbest criminals. This is it.
Yeah.
Unlucky Josh, wrong answer. You just told on yourself in your own made-up story, and you're going to jail no matter what. But the detectives really won't care about this, because they want to send him to jail forever, not just a few years.
I think it was Saturday or Sunday.
The Saturday or Sunday before you went over there on Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Josh's imagination goes on for another 6 minutes. The detective doesn't even bother following up with questions. He just goes straight back to confrontation.
If it's something that got out of hand versus something that you planned, that's a whole different ballgame. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If you plan this out, that's a bad thing. But if it got out of hand, if you went back just to try and talk, and it got out of hand, that's a whole different ballgame. You understand what I mean? Okay? That changes everything. But I don't know that until I hear it from you. Right now, this all I know is what we have.
The detective will now accelerate the pressure over the next 43 seconds. You will notice he is very good at conveying tone. It's not just what he says, but the way he says it. And you're about to see this have an effect on the suspect.
Like I said, this isn't going to go away. And this is going to be something that's going to eat at you. It's going to eat at you until we get it out. I'll tell you right now, let's not go back. We're gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Now's your time to say, you know what, this got out of hand. I'm sorry. You understand what I'm saying? Remorse goes a long, long way. What?
Hey, I gotta pause this. Yo, mods, the people who are spamming random nonsense in the chat that have nothing to do with the video, you can time them out. The rest of this video,
Give me an example.
there's like 20 minutes left of this.
Give me an example of what somebody's doing. That's not.
Here's an example. If you're saying anything in the chat that's nothing to do with this video, you're getting timed out or banned. Making up that Drake's in the chat, saying random words, you're done for the rest of the video. Don't time out for 5 minutes.
Jake,
time them out for an hour.
Drake is in the chat. Give me a fucking break. Oh my god, come on.
You know, what happened? Let's work through this.
I just don't want to get nobody else in trouble.
Okay.
What Josh means here is that he doesn't want to get anybody else in trouble other than his wife, and he very much associates himself with the category of anybody else. He still really doesn't want to get into trouble. All that's happened here is the detective was applying an effective variation of pressure, and the suspect crumbled like a deck chair, well and truly folded like an overcooked noodle, and he now feels like he has to act like a good person. So he starts providing details with a profound demeanor as if he's unveiling something significant. But you'll notice that nothing changes with regard to his culpability, and his intention of implicating Amelia to save himself has not changed in the slightest.
That's not really good shooting.
I mean, if you
Because
love
I'm
Amelia,
scared.
listen, if you love Amelia, you're going to put her under the bus? You don't want to do that, do you?
I'm just scared for everybody
I know
else.
you're scared. I know you're scared.
I didn't throw the gun away.
Okay, tell me.
I left there at maybe 10 something. But before I left, the same guy that I guess Amelia paid him. The same guy came up to my car. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I wanted to talk to her to get the money back." And he's like, "Oh, Amelia, or Jay sent me here." I'm like, "Sent you here for what?" And he was like, he had a gun to my head. And he said, he's like, "I know you have a gun. Give me your gun and leave." I left. I went to Alchemy. Didn't throw the gun over the pier. He had the gun. I went back to Alchemy. I drove to Daytona. Came back home at like 5:30 in the morning.
Wow, what a cockamamie story that
What
is.
what a just a stupid story. You know what I mean?
So my wife hired a hitman. Oh my god.
Your
dude.
wife hired a hitman, and he was there, put a gun to your head
On the
said,
exact
"Give me
same
gun."
the exact same time.
Why were you there at 10 at night? And you, dude,
And he
dude.
was there.
You were there when the hitman showed up, bro.
And he said, "Give me your gun."
But bro, this is what I mean. This is the stupidest person. You were fucking brain dead.
This makes no sense.
And only a person this dumb would kill someone over a kitchen.
Literally over a kitchen.
And that was it.
Josh.
Isn't that a great? No, wait. No, you like wait. You like this? You like this? What?
Josh. Come on. Come on, man.
What are we doing? I love that. That's great, Josh. I love that.
Why did you put a gun in your head and take your gun?
I don't know. All I know is Amelia paid them $10,000.
To put a gun to your head and take your gun?
I don't know why she paid them.
Josh. You know you're making this hole that much bigger. You know that. That doesn't make any sense to anybody. Okay? No.
But at this point, do you hang in there though?
Yeah.
At this point, you got to commit to it. At this point, you got to
Well,
commit.
you've already confirmed that you're a liar, so no one will ever believe anything you say. And you try to trick the police. Like literally, he told like 2 fake stories already.
I understand, but at this point,
Throwing the gun over the river.
but you have to be all in on it though. At this point, going, yeah, a guy was there, put a gun in my head, I gave my gun, and my wife paid him $10,000. Even if the wife goes, I don't know what you're talking about, you got to stick to the story now. You have to. You have no choice.
How would these people know where to find you? And then all of a sudden they found you and took your gun.
I was
To
at the
do
house.
what? To frame you? You know who throws a gun over a bridge? And that's what I really think happened to this thing. That you threw the gun over the bridge. We know you went to Daytona because we got the receipt and everything else that you went to Daytona. We know you got gas over there. All right? What makes more sense is
Bro, why you fill up your
I
car
mean-
over there?
you threw a gun because you used it.
No.
Yes. Josh, when people come in here and tell us, I was driving around for a while and I can't remember where I went or I don't, that we know, I know exactly what's going on there, okay? And for you not to tell us that you went to that apartment, there's a reason why, all right? So again, this is not to figure out who, it's to figure out why. And this is your time. This is you. This is you.
We've talked to Amelia already.
The suspect is sticking to his new storyline. So just like with Amelia, the second detective will engage him from a different angle.
He's hanging in there.
And we asked her, who's the most important person in Josh's life? And she said, I would assume it's me. And I said, he's not going to do or say anything that's going to jeopardize your future, right? And she goes, I wouldn't think so. So when I asked Amelia who's the most important person in her life, what do you think she said?
Me.
Yeah. And
We presume this falsehood was intended to evoke a sense of empathy from Josh towards his wife, perhaps with the hope that it would motivate him to protect her, and as a result start being honest. But all it seems to do is bolster his confidence in his new fantasy novel.
you're over here saying that she paid somebody to kill these people.
Yes.
So my thing is that
I would.
Chad, why'd they make him zesty here?
paid somebody to kill these people.
Yes.
What? With 3 S's.
Why did they do that?
So my thing is that
I'll tell you right now, straight up. I was there. My gun was taken from me by some black guy that said he knows Jay.
Oh no.
Now you're making it a black guy.
They went black guy.
You just used every
Oh,
the word, dude. These
no.
are the worst made up excuse lies.
Oh no. They went black guy? Oh no.
At least make it interesting. Be like it was a little Asian guy or something. You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe
Straight racism.
Maybe I mean, but you gotta go black guy. You gotta go black. Oh man, you can't say he looked like he was Middle Eastern or maybe South America. You just went black. Oh, dude, this is the oldest fucking.
He said 3-4 different lies already. Everything he's saying is just made up.
He had to go black guy. Oh God.
Amelia gave him $10,000.
one of you is a really awful person. Someone is letting their spouse go to prison for the rest of their life for something that they did. Is it you or her?
I didn't. I don't have a bone in me to kill anybody.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out how they took the gun from you. Explain that. Walk me through that.
Okay, I was sitting in my car
Where?
in front of their apartment.
And the window was down.
What time?
This was 10
You know
something.
the window had to be
Before.
down.
Okay.
Who sits in a car with the window down? I'm afraid of getting
Who
fucking
goes to
carjacked.
Who goes to someone's house at 10 p.m., bro?
First of all, who's sitting in a car with a window down? That's one way to get fucking killed, abducted, abused. And a guy came and went like this to me. He went like this. He goes, "Give me your gun." Okay, bro. How do you know I had a gun?
How do he know you?
How the fuck did he know you?
He
and
just
how,
knows you had a gun?
how does he know you had a gun?
Give me your gun and get out of here. What kind of made up ass scenario is this?
And then you go ahead and you go full blown.
They said they were
And then you
sitting
go
there.
full blown racist. Full blown racist. And you go black guy. Oh please, dude.
Around the corner since
Who
God
said
knows
that?
how- the same guy.
How did you know that?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
What do you mean? How do I?
Well, they said they were sitting around the corner. How did you know that?
He told me, he was like, we were watching you. We see you talking to this lady. What's going on? Did you tell her that Jay, you spoke to Jay? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I came to talk to this lady to try to resolve an issue. And he put a gun to my head and he said, I know you have a gun on me. I don't know how he know that I had a gun on me
Mm-hmm.
in the first place. He took my gun and he said, leave.
What did that guy look like?
Probably 6'5".
That's a rather unambiguous height for
A sick. Wait, I gotta say it.
Are you
Now we're going 6'5" black man. Oh God.
You're a piece of shit.
This guy's a
dude.
full blown. First of all, not only is he a killer, He's a fucking racist. You're rolling in with a 6. You come up with 6'5" black man.
I mean, come on, man.
Bro, that's about the most.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Really, dude? Really? There's 6'5" assassins now?
He went 6'5" black guy. Go ahead, just go.
For professional hitman, you would think they would sort of need to blend in, but that's probably why his rates were so cheap.
Bald black guy. All
Not
black clothes.
like African American.
Yeah.
And he was bald. Wait a minute.
Just
Wait.
wait. Is
it Jordan?
Did you just describe Michael Jordan?
Did you just describe Michael Jeffrey Jordan? Six-time NBA champion, 6-time MVP. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was the assassin? What the fuck?
Jordan was 6'6", but still.
Yeah, it's close enough. He went Michael Jeffrey Jordan?
My God.
This is the disgrace.
This is the worst lie I've
you know
ever
what?
seen on
You know what?
camera.
Can I be honest with you? Take a look at that guy. You know what I'd like to do to him?
Fuck.
What I'm going to say is kind of weird.
Okay.
I want to punch him in his chest. I want to cave in. I want to just go full blown. I want to go full blown overhand right to the chest cavity.
What about let's be serious for a second, bro. What about these poor people who's checking in on their dad who has obviously some kind of
dementia.
And they just she just dies now?
He killed a child.
She gets killed?
It wasn't
because she's checking on her elderly father?
Bro, it wasn't just...
Think about that.
Bro, hold on.
And she gets killed by Michael Jordan of all people?
The GOAT? Anyway. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on.
Like, come on, man.
Hold on. Not only did you kill the daughter, you killed the child. And now you're claiming Air Jordan?
But that's probably why his rates were so cheap.
Bald black guy. All
Not
black clothes.
like African American.
Yeah.
You know what, I mean, if I may, you know what I see? I see somebody who's trying to explain the disappearance of a gun, and see, the only reason we would explain the disappearance of the gun is because it was used in something. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
John,
I'm telling you.
No, listen, hold on a second. Why on earth would this guy need to come up to you? Okay? First of all...
It's the same
No,
guy
listen, you want to say that they happen to be there at the same time you were now, okay? They just happened to be there at the same time you were, and he happened to know that you had a gun, and he happened to put a gun to your head and take your gun away from you. That's what you want people to believe. Does that, I mean, just listening to it said by somebody else, does that make a lot of sense to you? Why does he need your gun? Why?
I don't know. All I know is
he had a gun.
I went there at between 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish. Talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
I come out. I go and sit in my car. I'm vaping. I have my window down.
And a very tall black guy takes his gun at gunpoint, while being courteous enough to provide a thorough explanation of why he's doing so. You've heard it before, as have the investigators. So they close out the initial phase of Josh's interrogation.
All right, we'll be back in just a minute then.
And this piece of shit vapes, too.
Of course.
He looks like a fucking vapor. You know what he does? He looks like he vapes the things that like cotton candy or those weird fucking flavors like grape.
Yeah, he's got like peach.
Like peach and like boysenberry.
Gotta go talk to her some more then.
Time is now approximately
I don't
6.
think there's a boysenberry flavored vape. I don't think boysenberry.
What do you mean?
I don't think
Why would you
boysenberry is
why
a
would you-
popular flavor.
Maybe he just likes it. Why would you say? Why would you dismiss that out of hand?
Can I have a
30 hours.
blanket or something?
Yeah, well, I think my one partner tried to.
Somebody just said gay flavor, and they spelled flavor wrong.
Look at this guy shivering, by the way. Look.
It's now approximately
Can
16
I have
and
a
30 hours.
blanket or something?
Yeah, well, I think my one partner tried to find you one.
It's cold.
We now have to go back an hour and 40 minutes to begin Amelia's Phase 2, where Phase 1 left off.
Okay, so if you remember something, we'll listen.
Raf's favorite flavor is rainbow sherbet.
40 minutes go by with Amelia fidgeting with her nails, attempting to sleep, and pacing back and forth in the room. She then knocks on the door. The officer who made her arrest will now answer. It's apparent that he's built some level of trust with the suspect.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, is the two detectives there?
They're busy right now. I can relay something to them, but it may be a little bit. What do you need?
Oh, no, it's fine. I'll wait.
Okay. You want to talk to them
I'm cold and I just want to talk to them.
though? Okay. I will look for a blanket for you, and then I can't help you to talk until they're done. But I'll let me go get you a blanket. Okay?
Okay.
It's too long. I know you're cold.
Okay.
Hey, you need to talk to them. You need to get out from underneath this big time.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you who they work for?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're homicide detectives, so.
I know.
And they want you to be a witness, not a suspect.
Okay.
So the only way it's gonna happen is you gotta talk to them.
That's why I want to talk to them because I just don't want to be involved.
Dude, that's just a lie. It's just a straight up lie. This guy, dude, this is good. See, this is good. The other guy, the lead detective, bro, I don't know, man. He's not. He thinks this shit's a movie. He thinks he's in a movie.
In any of this, like,
Okay.
I don't want any part of this. I want to be able
What do you mean I usually skip this part?
to go home.
Why does this look like a scene? Officer, how am I going home?
Why does this look like shoplifter porn?
Officer, how?
Officer, I didn't mean to steal the.
Well,
Listen, do you want to have a criminal record, or we can handle it now?
or we can handle it now. And look, he even looks like Johnny Sins.
You know what happened?
I do.
What happened?
Well, it's about this whole check situation.
Well, we're not talking about the check situation.
Mhm.
Talking about the homicide part.
Mhm.
What do you know?
My husband called these people. He pretended he was somebody else. He got their address and he went over there. All he kept saying to me is, "I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it."
What
Wait a
did he tell you
minute. Wait.
afterwards?
Pause it.
Um,
She's admitting to everything right now to this fucking guy who gave her a blanket.
You murder someone? See, that's the part you can't hold back from. Sweetie, I'm being honest with you. I have no.
if I say all of these things, will I get in trouble?
If you don't say any of these things, you're definitely gonna get in trouble.
He didn't tell me he killed them. He said I handled the situation. It was
Did
he
he
never
describe how, what?
he never physically said like what he did or if anything was done.
Did he say he shot him?
Well, I'm guessing he had his gun, so
Don't guess. Did he tell you that he shot him?
yes.
He said he shot him.
Holy fuck, bro! They're all done. She's an accessory to murder.
You're both going to jail for
She's
life.
an accessory to
You're
murder.
both in jail for life now.
It's over. The kid's gonna go into foster care. You two are going to the penitentiary for life.
Where did he go?
Dude, he might get death penalty, that guy. In
He
Florida?
said he shot him.
Bro, you don't fuck with DeSantis in Florida. Ron DeSantis, the governor? You don't fuck around down in Florida, bro. Texas and Florida, don't fuck around. They'll fry your ass. Those are two states. You wanna be stupid, do something in California. They're pussies in California. You could commit murder, rob a bank. They don't give a fuck.
Okay,
And then
then
he-
after. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He told me if I say anything, that he'll kill me too.
And this is after you knew he shot him.
Yes.
Okay, well, you ain't gonna worry about that. About him trying to hurt you. Because he's never gonna see the light of day again.
Okay.
But when they come back in here, sweetie, everything. Okay?
Mhm. I
Alright.
just don't want anyone to think that I didn't know that it was gonna I didn't know
Look,
that this was gonna
look.
happen. Why would he do something like? It's just like, why would you do something so stupid? And it's just two innocent people. Like, it's just like, why?
Don't worry
But
about
she
it.
knew all along. She
Listen,
fucking
can you
lied,
talk to
man.
someone right now?
They're done. Murder. That's it. Murder. You're done, honey.
Middle of this.
You're going
Why
away.
is she acting like she just found this out?
Honey, it's over. Murder.
Charlie.
Murder.
Don't worry. I'll be
You're
back.
done.
I feel like $50K for a kitchen's like not. I feel like that's.
Now you can bring a pretty nice kitchen for $50K.
No, I'm saying like.
I mean, not you.
Okay, no, I'm saying
No, not you. A normal, like a regular, like to you, no. This guy did a good job. We came in low key with the towel, with the blankets. Hey, how you doing? This guy did a good job.
No, what I was saying was I feel like $50K is more than what a kitchen should cost.
Well,
like, how much could a like?
I mean, you listen. You could do some crazy shit.
Well, yeah, if you go fucking insane,
and that's what they wanted.
But if you can't even,
this guy's good, man. Whoever this clown is, he's good.
The detectives re-enter Amelia's room an hour later. It's been 12 minutes since they finished the first phase of Josh's interrogation.
Hey. All right, we'll see.
Okay. Got your blanket, huh? Okay, so Amelia, yeah, we were talking a little bit more. Josh, told you, I guess apparently when we first, you said he took care of business when he got home that day. Okay. Yes. There's more information, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
She repeats what she told the arresting officer. The second detective will now clarify that Josh's main accusations are false.
So as we sit here right now,
Yes.
Josh telling us that you paid Jay Prasad to kill these people, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
Okay.
And that's all they need from suspect number 1.
God, this is insane.
I would agree with you.
Yeah. All right, Amelia. The time is now approximately 17:37 hours. That concludes this interview.
I just don't understand why I'm like.
I think we've tried to explain it to you.
I understand that, but I don't want to go to prison for something I didn't do, for something I didn't have a part of, for something that I didn't.
Amelia, you're gonna have to try to figure that out.
I just wish you would tell the truth.
Oh. You and me both.
The detectives re-enter Josh's room 14 minutes later at 5:52 p.m. The other narrator will now be taking you through the second phase of his interrogation.
Better?
Putting everything else aside, just imagine being Josh right now. One moment you're in dreamland, and the next you're jolted back into interrogation.
Why is there like another narrator now?
I don't know. Maybe to mix it up. I don't know, dude.
Okay, interesting.
52 p.m. The other narrator will now be taking you through the second phase of his interrogation.
Better?
Putting everything else aside, just imagine being Josh right now. One moment you're in dreamland, and the next you're jolted back into interrogation room reality, being asked if the blanket is helping with the cold by the guy who's controlling the thermostat.
Yeah.
So obviously we want to follow up with you because, we went back and talked to Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
Did AI just make me laugh?
But no, it's a fact.
And, again, we're just trying to understand. She's saying one thing, you're saying another, and we think probably the truth's somewhere in the middle. You understand what we're saying?
Yeah.
I probably asked you this already, Josh, but when did you hear about this murder, about these people being killed?
Maybe, I think Wednesday, I didn't even really, probably Thursday.
Okay, did you see their pictures or figure out who they were?
I saw the pictures and I was like, holy shit.
And what did you think?
I was like, what the hell is going on?
Okay, did you ask your wife about what happened?
I didn't ask her anything.
Why not? I mean, to me that would seem like a natural thing.
Well, I asked her, hey, did you talk to Cynthia? And she didn't answer me.
Did you ever tell your wife that you killed these two people, and if she said anything, you would kill her?
No.
And her whole family?
No. Never would have said that.
Have you told us the truth today?
Yeah.
Okay. You initially lied about the gun.
I'll say that on recording. I'm scared as shit. I lied about the gun, but from when I left the house at about 3:30, somewhere around there, I got to Cynthia's house, knocked on the door. Sean answered the door, and I sat and talked with both of them like they were family to me.
Okay.
How did he know the kid's name? He knew the kid's name.
Well, he's saying he talked to them.
But after I got done talking to them around 11 o'clock, I got in my car, sat down. I was vaping in my car. The last apartment's here.
Right.
There's a dumpster here.
Yeah.
I was sitting in my car here vaping. He came from this way. Literally, like, out of nowhere, blindside, because there was a white car parked next to me.
Right. Why did you decide to sit there and vape?
I was trying to get a hold of Amelia. And that's when he came up to my car and was like, yo, give me a piece. He saw my gun in the center console. And I froze. I couldn't move. I was like, listen. I was like, don't. He was like, oh, give me a piece.
Would you have expected your wife to say that you did this if you didn't do it? Are things that bad?
I mean, she said I forced her to get married. So,
But I mean, would she? I mean, she's basically sending you to prison for the rest of your life.
I would never expect that from her at all.
You gotta understand something here, okay?
Okay.
If you care about Julian at all, do you really care about that kid?
Yeah, I do. I love him like
Okay,
he's my own
so let's talk
son.
about the only innocent person in this whole thing, amongst you guys,
Correct.
is Julian.
Yes.
This little 7-year-old boy that you take to school every day,
Mm-hmm.
that you love like your own. You're willing to see his mother go to jail for the rest of her life, is what you're telling me. Because you're basically saying that she paid this guy Jay to go kill her and the grandson. Fine. If that's the way you want to go, then guess what? When she gets in trouble for it, she's going away. And then Julian grows up without a mother, okay? Now, I don't know about that, but to me, if that's not the case, that's a really shitty thing to do.
I understand that.
And you're going to have to, well, okay.
And that's why I'm telling you now, that if that's what it has to be because for me, all I know is she gave Jay the money.
And you're saying these two people are dead because of it.
And I don't know if that's the reason why. All I know is Amelia.
How could you say you don't know that's the reason why?
I remember this day. I was sitting on the toilet. She
I
said,
don't want to hear about you sitting on the toilet.
I'm going to talk to Jay.
Right.
He said, we've been watching you. We know why you're here. And I said,
okay.
What the fuck?
So
and
you let
I was vaping in this hand. And I was vaping. And all I felt was something pressed against my head. I put my vape down, grabbed my gun, and I gave it to him.
He rambles for another minute before the detective sharply cuts him off and accelerates the pressure.
Josh, it's just going to keep compounding, Josh. Compounding and compounding, and it's not going away. And I've told you from the beginning, if this is something that happened that got out of control, then we can understand it, and that works. You've got your back up against the wall.
If I tell you the truth, will Amelia get in trouble?
Huh?
If I tell you the truth, will Amelia get in trouble?
No, if you tell us the truth, no.
I don't want anything to happen to her or
Okay,
Julian.
we need this.
So just like in phase 1, he's about to alter a minor detail in the narrative that changes absolutely nothing. But you have to appreciate his acting chops. Just get a load of this theatrical exhale in about 3 seconds.
She needs this. Julian needs this. What happened?
That Thursday night, she told me she's going to call Jay and have him take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to get her. I don't want her to get in trouble for this. I'll take them. Whatever it is you have to give to her, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Josh.
Jeff, what you just said is really no different from what you've been telling us all day. I mean, that's...
Let's stack this all up, okay? Your gun's gone. We don't know who took it. It just happens to be gone. The brand new gun that you bought. And you sat here for, 15 minutes telling us why you threw it over a bridge.
Josh looks pretty sad that his last piece of admission didn't have any effect. In about 30 seconds, he's going to try again, but up the intensity.
All right? Every time I keep pointing out something to you that just doesn't make sense, it keeps, you keep flipping it. You keep changing it, okay? That doesn't look good, all right? Who killed these people?
It had to have been Jay's people.
Is Jay that big of a guy? Does he have that kind of people?
He said he knows people.
What did he say? Let's talk about the conversation you had with him about what he was going to do.
It's kind of like he's auditioning for the next Star Wars movie, and he's about to rehearse the most breathtaking fucking paragraph in the history of the franchise.
This woman's going crazy with the curse.
Amelia came back in the house.
The additional piece of detail he provides is that Jay originally asked Amelia for 25 grand, not 10.
So why would you say this before? I didn't want her, so she won't get in trouble if I tell you this. Why did you say that?
I don't want her to get in trouble for this.
Well, then tell us the truth. How about that?
That is the truth.
No. Everything we've talked about, why now? All of a sudden, the gun going off the bridge, all these different things have not been the truth. Now all of a sudden you are telling us the truth. Why is that?
I just want to make things right.
No, I don't think you do.
Josh, I think you shot and killed these people.
Yeah. You have a big decision to make. You've already messed up as much as, and then you're going to let her go down. You really want to take her down with you? What do you have to gain? What are you going to get from taking her down with you? What? What is there to gain? Nothing.
You have an absolute motive, too, to have these people killed. You know, all those things add up to a circumstantial case for first-degree murder. And your answer to it is, this is her. She's driving this boat.
She is.
Okay.
I hate to say it, but she is.
You know, again, like we said, one way or another, you got a lot to deal with. Your story just doesn't make any sense. And you know, for you, again, to take Amelia down, I guess I'm kind of, at this point,
And I'm not being selfish. My thing is, we've been together for 7 years,
Mhm.
and I've done the world and back with this girl regarding her son,
Mhm.
herself, with her baby daddy problems, and
She says you're abusive, mentally and physically. So that's the picture that she's painting of you.
that's not me. I mean, that blows my mind.
You know?
That blows my
Both of what you have said today blows my mind. I mean, there's just a lot of problems. A lot of problems. So we'll just have to see how it pans out.
Is that it? Is that it? Bro.
What?
Is that it?
What?
They left. Is there a part 2? Would you get cold?
Fucking freezing, bro.
It's about 7 o'clock, Josh.
Rewind.
We've been together for 7 years,
Mhm.
and I've done.
Yo, that's not
the world
his
and back
son.
with this girl regarding
Hold
her
on.
son,
There's a baby daddy.
herself,
Hold on.
with her baby daddy problems, and
She says you're
That's not
abusive,
his
Hold
kid.
on.
mentally and physically. So
Can't hear
that's
me.
the picture that she's painting of you.
that's not me. I mean, that blows my mind.
You know?
That blows my.
Both of what you have said today blows my mind. I mean, there's just a lot of problems. A lot of problems. So we'll just have to see how it pans out.
It's about 7 o'clock, Josh.
I would never expect her to say that about me. That's crazy.
So,
Surprise ourselves
this
sometimes.
is the entire video? Hold on.
Oh my God, that's not even his kid.
There's something poetic about a husband and wife spending their last several hours of freedom sitting just inches apart from each other, yet completely separated by a wall, betrayal, and the desperate need to save their own ass. Amelia cooperated with the police from this point forward and was sentenced to 3 years. The murder charges were dropped, and she was only charged for the theft. Josh was taken into custody, where he was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and denied bond. He would see his wife again 3 years later at his trial, where she testified against him. It took just 10 days for him to be found guilty, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Dude, she didn't even go to jail.
Well, she went for 3 years on the theft.
No, she didn't. No, they said they dropped. They said they dropped that.
No, she did 3 years. She did 3 years for the theft, and he got life without the possibility. Jesus Christ, man, bro, he went over there and killed a woman and her grandchild. That's a fucking psycho.
New details at 5 on what may have led to the death of a mother and her son earlier this month. 52-year-old Cynthia Stack and her son, 22-year-old Sean Stack, were found dead in their apartment along West Jefferson Street back on July 18th. Orlando police arrested 2 people in connection to their murders over the weekend, and they are now in jail. News 6's Vanessa Ariza has been digging to find answers on what led up to their deaths. She joins us now live from the victim's apartment. So, Vanessa, what...
Guy went over there and just killed them. The mother and the, oh my God.
Alleged hitman J police interview.
New at 6, Orlando police have made an arrest in the murder of a mom and her son found dead at their home earlier this week. Police have a man and a woman in custody for this. News 6's Clay Lepard is at the Orange County Jail where the two of them are locked up tonight.
One of the suspects, Amelia Bassoon, told a judge she was scared as the judge denied her bond given the long list of charges she and another man face.
Joshua Ramswamy. Is that you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. 28-year-old Joshua Ramsamy and 25-year-old Amelia Bassoon each face a long list of charges.
Amelia Bassoon, how are you doing today? I'm okay.
How they believe top.
You have to speak up, I can't hear you, okay? Scared? I'm okay.
At the top of that list is 2 counts of first-degree murder. Police aren't saying why or how they believe Bassoon and Ramsamy killed that mother and son, other than the two used a firearm. The two had warrants out for their arrests and also faced charges in another case. Those charges include theft, fraud, forgery, and exploitation of the elderly.